As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Minnesota Vikings.
Let's go! What do you need? 45. I'm coming.
They'll run for the first time with the former Bearcat, Mike Boone. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
45 to Mike, 45 to Mike. Hey, I'm coming.
Here's Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. On play action, Cousins. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's able to find Diggs. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Kentrell Bryce in on the tackle.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Here we go. Watch time. Tight end, watch time.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 41-yard line.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Now that's a great play defensively, and one thing we do know, both of the corners are going to face a lot of action in this game. The way that offense likes to fling it around.
The safeties, they better be ready to be engaged as well. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Winston, and he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Ready.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Ready. Blue light. Mike 51. Flip. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Winston on 3rd and 2. He's got Evans. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Mike 51.
To the air again with Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. That's going to be caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Vita Vea in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Everyone's got 4 down. Go. 45.
Cousins now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Here's Winston. And he finds Tyler Croft. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Winston. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Mike 51, Mike 50. Easy. Get that quarterback, T-Line. Follow. Go. Get that quarterback.
From the gun, Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt. He'll get it up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. The Bucs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and goal. To throw is Winston. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Winston to throw for it on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, and he's going to go down in the end zone. Cousins taken down for the safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
On 2nd down, Winston again. He completes it to Evans. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week as he's got a first down as well. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball. Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. Airing this one out for Evans. This is caught. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. 59 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely. Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
23 yards, the final tally. They'll go with Boone. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Gun. Move. Hey, we are.
Cousins now from the 50. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin White came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Gun. Hey, Echo. Check 45 to Mike. Check. Here we go. Bring the energy.
3rd and long for Cousins. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking...
Mike Evans, he's going to go. The 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, an 80-yard touchdown as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his 2nd touchdown there. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Let's go, defense. Black. It's our time.
Now Cousins. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Cousins. This is brought in by Gibson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
At the 46-yard line.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On to carry, it's Boone. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Mike Boone, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Jameis to throw it. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Winston now. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Watch the pass. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Again, it's Winston. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll throw again. Winston. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the pass.
On 1st down. Boom. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Squeeze, double the easy. Banjo. 51.
Now Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's good. Big hit.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Hey, ready. Flag. What you got? Watch the curve. Green, double team. 51.
On 3rd down, Winston. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike 40. Hey, Alpha.
From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Cousins now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Watch the run. Gun. 54. Mike's 54. Get that quarterback.
Cousins again. That's complete to the fullback, James Devlin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
They'll run with Boone here. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Gun. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Check.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 42.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They'll run on 1st down. Boom. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Stop your whining. Bravo. 45, Mike, 45.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kentrell Bryce picks it, and this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. From the 30 on 2nd down, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the gun, Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 3rd down gain of 19.
Ready? White 25.
And the Buccaneers first down.
A first down throw for Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run. This is Hunt. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This is Hunt on the draw play. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Vikings 30-yard line.
We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. To throw, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, 30 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Hey, orbit. 45, 45. Mike, 45. 65, 65. Listen to me. Hey, change the hot.
Throwing his Cousins. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Cousins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10.
45, Mike, 45. Black. Come on, boy.
Here's Cousins. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it a second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9.
Check.
To throw, Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9. That one caught by Gibson. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
A first down run, good for about 3. Second and 7 coming up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From the 41, Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down. Throwing, Cousins. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And down inside the 15 he goes. Cousins going to come up on a first and 10, and he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. From the red zone now, Cousins. And Diggs has it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Again, it's Cousins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Herb Smith Jr., his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the lead now down to 20.
Makes the score Buccaneers 37, Vikings 17.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle there to Danielle Hunter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
To throw is Winston. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Crunch time, defense.
Cousins now. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. To throw is Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking 1st down. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big, they just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all, because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you've got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Minneapolis, good night, everybody.